Hi folks, we're back again at Levenshulme Antiques Village, and this time, instead of being in the ballroom, we're in the basement. Look at this old chap here. Isn't he brilliant? Now, this other old chap's not quite so brilliant, but you are...
Mr. Burgess, the proprietor of this antique shop.
And I could be wrong, but haven't you been on the telly before?
Yeah. With Drew Pritchard on the Salvage Hunter.
Right, that's your digging. There you go, thumbs up.
Yeah.
Drew Pritchard, and he was impressed. Did he do here or did you do mostly at your house?
He did it at my house, and then we did do some filming here as well.
Very good. So you got lots of interesting things.
I try to. But as you know, you've got to keep looking hard and working hard to find them, because you just never know where you're going to find an antique. It could be in a charity shop, it could be from a clearance or an auction house. That's
very true. I once bought a Steiff bear for £5 and sold it for considerably more.
That's the nature of the game, isn't it?
Isn't it?
There's no point in buying it for £2 and selling it for £1.
It was like stealing candy from a child. I felt terrible. We've got some taxidermy up here. Now, people know what I think about taxidermy.
Well, that's a wily old fox, but I think he's that wily. I think he's had his day.
Oh, I don't know. Right, this video's good, but instead of me just ambling blah, blah. This is the great thing about me, I don't do retakes.
Why would you?
Instead of ambling, wandering around, that's hard to say, wandering around, or aimlessly wandering around. Wanderer. We're going to follow what Geoff wants to show us today, what he thinks has got that's most interesting.
Well, if you like period oak, there's a coat cupboard there. And what's interesting about this coat cupboard is these acorn finials. Nothing like getting back to nature. I mean, you don't get greener than that, do you?
No.
Sustainable. It's made out of old oak from when we used to have the Neolithic forests.
That was a big word, Neolithic.
Yeah, well, when you think about it, we had a great navy. It was all made out of oak, and most of the trees got cut down.
That's true.
This was made, in 1680, around the times of Charles II, so it's got some interest with it. See the floral decoration there. And then there's a nice livery cupboard there. This is where they would have put all the horse tackle and things like that. You could imagine that coming out of a stately home. Look at the old beautiful metal hinges, well-worked hinges, cast iron. Well, yeah, definitely well forged, no doubt about that. Good colour as well.
It is, isn't it?
See the patination of the wood. You can't simulate, or you can't fake that. It's just natural age, and it just happens with time. That's what's nice about it. Somebody's loved that and polished that for donkey's years for it to go that beautiful chestnut colour.
And you know, it'd be good, folks, if you knew what a duster was. Sorry. This is my favourite light. I like this light.
The Tiffany style one?
Yeah, unfortunately, we had to turn it off because it's connected to a bad thing called a radio.
We don't want one of them, do we?
And we don't want any more copyright threats from YouTube.
Do you know what I think, Mark, when you look at that bureau there? Now, I know bureaus have gone out of fashion a bit and people think that they can't use them anymore. But do you know what I think? I think they're missing a trick. Because if you pull down the flap, inside it's beautifully fitted, and you could put a laptop. Shall we show them?
We shall show them.
We shall show them.
We shall show them.
Move that out of the way, that's it.
I should say I've sprung this on Geoff today, didn't I? I was doing this.
These out here, these little arms. Then it rests on them, nice and securely.
Oh, that's lovely.
Look at that. Beautiful secret drawers there. That's the drawer there. And frankly, even these pull out as well, but I can't even remember how you do that, but they do come out anyway. You have to take my word for that. But isn't that nice? Little leather there. Nice lock. All original, 18th century.
I've always loved them, you know.
You couldn't afford to buy them at one time. They were that expensive. They really are. This is very much in Chippendale style, isn't it? With them bracket feet and
it is.
Beautiful swan neck handles.
Sorry,
again, a really nice rich colour that you associate with patination and age. It's about 1770.
And it's a bargain.
What have I put on it?
£4.95.
And that's before I get asked for discount.
I think he's suggesting if you offered him less, he would take it.
Well, at the end of the day, if I'm picking up all these beautiful things, there's no point in me keeping them all. I like to share them with other
Well,
people.
that's it. Got a little press here.
That's for putting books on, that, pressing books. I think it's a bit redundant these days with the internet, but there you go. It's a lovely, lovely mirror there.
It is, it's beautiful actually.
It is, isn't it? Gilt wood, beveled, probably about 1860. It would upmarket anybody's flat in Chelsea, wouldn't it, or anywhere else?
It really would. I'm going to tell him off for one thing though.
What's that?
Where he's got his price sticker.
Oh, right.
We're not getting it. We're bouncing
What
back.
have I put on it?
Well, it's not the price, which is modest at $3.50.
Is that all I put on it?
Yeah, it's the fact you've got it on the mirror.
Oh, I shouldn't do that, should
You shouldn't do that.
Oh, well, there you go. One can take counsel.
Well, I did it with a mirror, and I forgot that I only did it temporarily for a week until I got my new stickers in, and I forgot that I'd done it. So I'd left it for about 2 or 3 months.
And then you couldn't get it off.
And it came off, but it took the silver off with it, and it left me an uncomfortably expensive repair.
Sometimes it does that with wood. It takes the polish off the wood and leaves a little mark where the sticker's been, so it's not always a good idea, no. That's interesting. You'd never know what that was, Mark. I've got to show them what this is because I like this. It's quite innovative, and we'll show them how it works. This lifts up.
Oh.
Right, and then we press that, and then releases the machine. Now, isn't that nice?
That is lovely.
This is about 1890, 1900 finger sewing machine, but a very rare model. And I tell you what, I've never seen one with such a beautiful decorative case. Look at that.
No.
It's almost, you know what I mean? You just want to get rid of the sewing machine and turn it into a beautiful cocktail cabinet or a piece of furniture for popping up your champagne, wouldn't you?
Well, I'll be honest, I've got one at home.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just sort of like, sits a lamp on top of it.
I mean, I'm not really a big fan of sewing machines, but I did actually see one very similar on when I googled it. They were asking like £3.5 for it.
I know. People
ask ridiculous prices, but I put 1,300 on mine, but I'd probably take a good offer on it. But it is a very, very rare machine, and the case is absolutely superb, exquisite.
The great thing about here is, our Geoff, if he's got something and you like it, he won't say no as long as it's a reasonable offer. Don't sort of say, oh, it's 1,250 quid, I'll give you 250 quid for it, because that's just insulting.
This is interesting, Mark. This is almost like a dumbwaiter, but it's obviously you've got a big mirror on the back there. You could imagine I'm putting decorative Staffordshire figures on it and other kind of interesting bits of pottery and of deja, but it's got 3 cupboards underneath it as well, a big mirror there, and it's a beautiful patinated walnut with a nice carved back on it. Again, Victorian, but lovely thing.
And you can arrange transport, can't you, for most things?
Well, if people are interested, we always have to offer a delivery service, otherwise they'll never be able to get it home.
So if somebody said they wanted it in London, you'd send it to London?
Well, yeah, definitely. No problem. Obviously, it's a bit extra, but there you go.
Well, that's it. I mean, I'm not saying it's... Obviously, it's extra.
This is nice. I love this. It's like an Applewhite chair. Well, it is an Applewhite chair. And it's got like a Corinthian, capital thing there with canvas leaves on it and things like that. Isn't it nice? Those little rundles there with flowers on them.
Anyway, I can't go that fast, Geoff.
Sorry, I do apologise, but look at the seat as well.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Somebody's gone to a beautiful extent there to cover it in a floral design. But it's really nice. I think it's velvet, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Feels like that.
Feels like it.
Yeah. What about this nice piece at the back here? This is Liberty's. This is a Liberty's piece. This is a Arts and Crafts oak bureau. But look at the shape of it, and them square capitals on the top there. And the strap hinges. Just good design.
Come on, folks, everybody knows Liberty.
Without taking one.
without taking one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice Adam style mirror. Well, it's definitely 19th century. Look great, wouldn't it, on the back of your fireplace? Just to throw a bit more light out over the top of your fireplace. And what about this here? This is nice. I keep saying we could keep going on like this all day, saying this is nice, because the truth is, it is nice.
It is nice.
It's a mule chest, which is a strange name. It's a hybrid, really, because this was a forerunner to a chest of drawers, apparently.
All right.
It's got 2 drawers underneath it there. It's got the original handles and the scutcheons on it in brass. But ain't it nice, beautifully engineered? Look at those building panels on it. 2 drawers underneath it, and it lifts up so you can throw all your stuff in it. I think it's great, you know, when you're having a party and you're inviting people back to your house and you want to get rid of all your clutter very quickly. Just open it up and
throw it
all in. You get a lot in there, trust me. And it looks great as well.
I like it.
I could almost sell it to you, couldn't I, Mark? Is that nice? If you had the room for it.
If I had the room for it. Remember, I've only got 2 tiny cars now. And one of them we don't talk about.
Arms dish on top of there. Give arms.
Oh, when I said I've only got 2 tiny cars right now, there's a story coming out and a video coming out in the next week or 2 about my new acquisition in cars. As you all know, Andy managed to write my last car off.
I do indeed. Do you know one of my favourite pieces? Obviously, I like the old filly over there, the Tangle.
Yeah, I do.
With the treacle glaze. Chinese. It's supposed to be something copying something from a couple of thousand years ago. But yeah, obviously it's not that old, it's 20th century, but still nice, decorative. But this is my favourite piece. Oh, one of them. What I like about this is you can get a close-up on those handles, aren't they lovely? Those are original to the piece.
Oh, very nice.
And it's even got all the original locks in, look at that.
Wow.
Oak line. All hand-cut dovetails. Beautiful one piece of mahogany on the top. Oh, that's made out of one piece. That. It's in wonderful, pristine condition. And it's got all the escutcheons, all the locks on it. And even the way the attention to detail on that little bracket foot there.
See if I can show it.
You don't see that often, where you can get down.
Sorry, one I can't.
I don't want you to have a bad back. There you go. Isn't it nice?
It's very nice, I like it. I'm just hoping I'm showing it off nicely enough to...
Yeah, but it's a beautiful
to the viewer.
size. It's about 1770, but the condition is paramount.
Do you know what I like about being in here? Everything's actually older than I am.
It makes you feel better.
It does, doesn't it?
I think if we had to put you on a date line, I think you'd be retro, wouldn't you?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mid-century.
Yeah, 2 mid-century.
I like this. I know we've been talking a lot about furniture because obviously you can see that I have a passion for furniture. But isn't that nice? Do you know what that is?
No, I was wondering that because I have to confess I've not seen something like that quite like that
Well,
before.
you're not likely to see them that often. It's actually a foot bath.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's a Victorian foot bath from about 1840. But it's lovely, isn't it? Very reminiscent of Mason's pottery.
It is.
But I don't think it's by Masons. But there was a lot of Staffordshire potteries that were doing that type of thing.
Weirdly enough, we've just gone out of focus and back in focus again, so we've got a creepy crawly about.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means? We have an uninvited guest. You always see if the camera goes out of focus for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
I mean, there's somebody else in the room. Well, I have to say, you've got some lovely stuff, Geoff.
Well, this is only a fraction of the stuff that we do actually have. But, you know, I mean...
You've got...
Let's show them this. This is interesting because to look at it, it just looks like just a nice little Chippendale type table, doesn't it? With nice gilt metal handles on it there. It's sort of slightly French looking, yeah? But it's English, with a canvas leaves, with a serpentine leg going down there, with terminating in a nice little foot with a drawer. But then when you do this, it turns into an envelope. It's an envelope table, which if you look at those hinges, the way they've done that. Isn't that beautiful, the way they've designed it?
They are beautiful, aren't they?
That's probably the original felt on top, but I think it needs changing.
Now you see, this is, I don't like to mess.
Put it flat, yeah.
I would rather keep it as it is.
Yeah, I mean, I get your point, because, I mean, somebody like, you can get felt in different colours. Somebody might want to do it blue or red or whatever.
When writing discs were in favour.
Look at that. And you spin it round like that, look. You spin it round as well. But, go down, there we go. Would be nice if the floor was level. There, we can see it better now. Again, the attention to detail there. Lovely, isn't it? In mahogany, fascinating
It
mahogany.
really is.
And you know, you see them little, even the way they've done their little cutouts there on the drawer. Do you know why that's there? To let the air circulate in it. Got to be, hasn't it? Stop it from going stale. Maybe it's to help, you know, when you put your gaming things in the drawer. Cool.
I like it. We've got to show them something. We've got to show them something. We've got to show them something. The magic room. I'm obsessed with this room.
Well, that's where I keep a lot of very interesting stuff. Big clock collection in there.
Now, what we'll do is in the next video when we're down here, we'll have a proper look at them.
We can talk about some of the clocks and some of the Chinese pieces that we've got on offer.
This is a room I want to get into with a staff discount. Well, not staff.
Yeah, but you're a friend.
Thank
friends
you.
Always worth a bit of discount.
Oh, thank you.
Because friends help each
friends
other.
help each other out.
That's what friends are for.
Oh, wow. Have a look at this mirror, folks.
Slightly bigger version of the one we were looking at before. Do you know what it's got? Have you noticed the cherubs on the top there? Do you know when cherubs became popular? Obviously, you're looking at a neoclassical design there with that beadwork around there. Mirror's gone a bit, but people like it when the silver goes a bit. But the cherub is always associated with around about 1850 when you see it on design.
Well, you know,
I know they did it. It's carried on down through the centuries,
yeah,
but this is actually about 1850, 1860. The mirror.
I mean, it's not so badly for the.
Yeah. And neoclassical swags on that again, you know what I mean? That's probably for putting coal in. People forget that we used to have open fires many years ago. What would you put in it these days?
I don't know, that's a problem.
Champagne.
Don't tell me. You can talk, look at this. I take it this is Sam's stash.
No.
I
actually bought it from an auction. I can't believe I've not drank any of them, but I would have done, but I stopped drinking not long ago.
You stopped drinking?
I needed to keep a bit of sobriety, yeah, because so that I can keep a bit of youthful vigour.
I'll stick you 2 glasses of wine a night. But you all know about me and the glasses of wine. I'm from the other channel, don't you, folks?
This is nice. This is African.
I'm seeing the other channel. I'm on this right channel.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused which is my channel, which is Andy's channel, which one I'm recording for.
If you may notice that, if you look at that book there, and you look at this piece underneath, it's very reminiscent of it, isn't it?
Very, very similar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very, very similar.
I mean, I quite like the colour green. I think it, you know, when people say brown furniture, they can't say that about that, can they?
No, I like it.
It's green, but there's nothing really green about it, is there?
It's unusual. I like it.
Yeah, I do. The contrast with the red and the green, which you see on that one there, you see. Probably a similar date as well.
Let's have a dawdle, because these are my favourite thing. I'm sorry, folks. I'm running past because he won't mention them. Look at this.
I know it's awkward to see it, Matt, because like everything in here, everything's crowded in. That's by a designer called Pier Luigi Colli. He was born in Milan in the 1890s, and obviously Italy. But beautiful thing, it's Art Deco made with exotic woods.
And just you should be in pride of place, not back there.
Do you know what's really nice about? I know you can see them. You see these? I'll just point them out. These recesses here, right? These figures were actually designed and made for this piece of furniture. It's an exquisite
Very
attention to
beautiful,
detail,
isn't it?
And it fits beautifully in there. And they were actually designed and made for this piece of furniture. Can you imagine people doing that today?
They wouldn't.
You couldn't afford to.
Now, I'm going to stop and say thank you for Geoff. And we'll do another one in the next couple of days. But he's going to get me copyright struck if I keep recording.
Thank you,
because there's a radio playing in the other room.
No, thank you very much.
So thank you very much, Geoff. And as you can see, it's easy accessible. Well, it isn't really, but it is. When you see the other part of the building, your floor, you'll see there's a slopey bit for people who have difficulty with stairs.
Yeah.
But I really have to be careful and keep talking over this. So I'm going to say thank you, and we'll see you next time. Ciao now. Bye bye.
Thank you for tuning in. Take care. Bye.